Hello everyone, this is Decrypt. So today is special day for you and for all my viewers because I'm going to show you an actual hacking attempt that I tried on a phishing scammer based on the email that I got. So here was the link to one of the emails that I got that had a link to linkedin.com with a code this, and out of curiosity, I put on my black hat, hacker hat, and tried to load that. I knew that it was a phishing email upfront, so I was not convinced to just leave it there. So what I did is loaded that in my Burp Suite and launched the request to the page. And as you can see, we have a redirect to this page, which is land page code, along with some code. So what I did next was to follow that. Uh, actually, forget about that because I just put my user agent out of first station. But so once you follow this, it took me to another page. I guess I don't have the request here. So what I'm going to do is really real quick, gonna send that request for you guys to see it. So just copy it, paste it there. By the way, don't try this at your regular network. You might, uh, you might be traced back. So be careful with that. So as you can see, what I did is loaded this page and sent this request. And once I get a response, I see some scripts that I was not interested in, but one thing was particularly of interest for me because this was basically saying refresh the page for every 0 seconds, I guess, and with the URL this. So the next thing, naturally, I loaded that and I got a redirect to this right there, which says record. So what I did next is stood up my GoBuster and kind of tried and brute force the directories in this. And you can see if we have some requests failing, but we did have a bunch of 301s, which is basically moved temporarily. 302 means moved permanently. So what really means is you're missing a slash at the end of this. So I added that and went there. So interestingly, it should have redirected me to the login page, which it did, but the PHP application has a vulnerability that it did not handle the redirect logic correctly. So basically, they must have had it a die command. So let me real quick show that what I mean by that. So let's say test.php. So when there is a PHP page, and let's say I'm going to type something, I'm not even sure if it's a valid PHP code, but if session not equals 1, which means not equals true, window, header dot location equals slash login dot php, and it should have then, imagine this was the index.php that we are looking at, right? Then it must have had all these other uh, PHP code that it is supposed to show to the admin only, right? So let's say we had code here, right? And followed by, uh, let me real quick, like this. So they had a vulnerability here, which is they missed adding the die statement here, which would have actually checked this condition. If it is false, it would have died right there. But they didn't add it. So what happened exactly is the rest of the PHP got rendered, got executed, and that's how I see this admin panel. So if you're not familiar, 16 Shop is a popular phishing toolkit used by scammers. So in fact, what I did here is by just navigating to the page, I got the admin panel of the phishing scammers toolkit. So this is how the admin panel is going to look like. And I was able to look at the statistics and bunch of different PHP page. None of them had proper authentication coded. So because of the vulnerability in their phishing toolkit, I was able to even look at all the admin pages, right? So here, for example, you're seeing the latest visitors, and I can show you the statistic, but I just have to go there, keep the intercept on, go to statistic, and so what you basically need to do is intercept this and forward. So you gotta replace the 302 with a 200. So this one, and get rid of these other response errors that we don't need and forward it. So if you see, we now have the statistic saying 21 clicks, 2 logins, 5 bot detected, and there's no credit card. But when I first logged in, I had about 164 credit cards. I was in goodwill. I just reset the statistics for them. So once the attacker logs back in, he won't see anything. Once the phishing scammer, right? So I reset the statistic by clicking on this and following the same technique that I showed you a minute ago. Let me show you the previous statistic for real quick, if you can see. Yep. So if you can see under the statistic, you have clicks, 5,070 clicks, 1208 login, 802 email login, 0 bank login, 165 credit cards. So 0 upload photo as well. So that's how you basically exploit a PHP uh, vulnerability where it does not specify the die statement. It's pretty common. I'm not sure why the scammers haven't thought about it. One more thing is, while I was going through some of the pages, I also found this, which is a cPanel. Obviously, I don't have the credentials, but I'm really not going to go and brute force this one because I really don't care. But I hope you learned something, but don't really try this at your home computer, or don't even try this on any of your office or university or whatever, right? I would like to show this because this could be useful to some of the people in actually trying to for using these techniques in their exam. So with that, I'm going to sign off, and I will show you another useful content on my next video. Until then, take care.